Okay, so the fish are eating. They had a bunch of food down here. The peas, we're giving them peas this afternoon, because it's time for their fiber. And there goes Coral. Trying to make them a little bit smaller so they don't get too big of a piece. But it's a little cloudy because I'm feeding them these peas. I've been feeding them this afternoon already. But we're home. Some of us are had to work. Some of us are at home that didn't work or didn't have school or whatever. And they went and did a few groceries. You know, granola bars are good to get, and I got some creamer. Well, it's for everybody because everybody pretty much drinks it, but I'm going to get me some in my coffee because I didn't have any this morning. And I didn't finish that cup, but I'd like to have a little creamer in there. And I forgot to mention it, but they remembered to get some. And got coffee, the instant kind, because my pot is in the storage somewhere. You know, the automatic drip. But anyways, you know, just stay safe, guys, okay? I'm going to change a quarter of the water. See, I got my bucket ready and net. I got my little sifter. Yeah. My poor brother, they're saying that he's not doing too good, and I hope that he recovers and everything. You know, it's so sad. But, you know, if something does happen bad, because we've lost a couple of people this year, this new year, and it's early in the year. A couple of beautiful people that we know, and I'd hate to see something happen to anybody at all, but you know, that's why we have the resurrection. You know, Jesus set that example. He showed that he could raise from the dead, from God's power. So there's nothing impossible for him, but he's waiting for the time when it will happen in the new world. He's just showing an example in the Bible, what can be done. So we hope nothing happens to anybody, but they will happen because of the world that we're living in. Is just full of, you know, disease and problems. You know, we're not perfect. We die and get old, and you know, different things are happening to us. So we're waiting for that new world that we're promised, as long as we listen to what our Creator tells us, go by the laws that he's given us. Regardless of how we feel, we have to follow his laws because he made us, right? If we want to have a better life now and in the future, to have a perfect life. But, you know, I was just mentioning this because I'm going through some things. My family is going through some things. I just got through doing a good news brochure portion about the dead, you know, because a couple of our beautiful friends passed away. But now it's in my immediate family, and it could be possible, but we're hoping that, you know, the person gets better, but we don't know. You know, you never know what can happen. So just live your life the best and take care of yourselves so that you can have a healthier life than, you know, normally you would have. You just have to take the best care of yourself. But sometimes even if you do, some things happen, you know. You know, there could be accidents, there could be, you know, different things happen and people die. But that's why we look forward to that time when that resurrection takes place. That's why we, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, they celebrate Jesus' death. But celebrating the resurrection is the thing that you want to do, because that's when he was raised up, and it shows the possibility of a person that dies can come back to life. And not only that, he's the king, and, you know, he proved that he can, there goes Steve. He proved that he can raise the dead. That's the biggest one. Heal the sick. That's a big one. Feed the hungry. That's a big one. So that's why I talk about the good news, because that's good news. We're having bad things happen. So good news is something that we want. And we're humans, and we want to live healthy lives. We want to live long lives. We want to live free of anything like crime and violence. And are those the same? Yeah, kind of the same. But, you know, some people don't have enough food to eat every day. Some people don't have the health that they want. You know, this wasn't meant for us. So if you want, you can, there's some videos that get into that. If you don't already know, there's some people that already know why these things are happening and the hope that there is. But don't forget about it. Some people know about it, but they kind of lose themselves because of the critical times that we're living in. And don't forget about what hope there is, because we don't want to be distracted. You want to keep remembering, so that way you can have a calmer life and a less stressed life, you know, more of a stress relief. That's why I'm looking at these fish, you know, that kind of eases my mind a little. And, you know, even though there's things going on, sad, terrible things, you know, you can kind of meditate and see how beautiful are these. You know, Creator can make these beautiful fish swim underwater, give us entertainment, enjoyment. They're relaxing. It's good to have one, a fish tank, if you can get one. You can have different kind of fish, though. They have guppies. They're kind of little. You wanted guppies, Rosalind? Yeah. They've got, if she gets them, then I'll video record them, too. And she can video record them. They'll be cute. And, you know, just look at them. They're calming for some reason. You know, and clean their water so they can have the proper amount of cleanliness. After I've fed them, then I'm going to clean it out a little bit more, and then I'm going to take 1/4 of their water out and replace it with more water and the chemicals, the treatments that they need for their water, that mine needs. Certain people use different things. I use a stress coat. And when I do the big cleaning, I'll show you. But you don't want to take out all the bacteria, because then you'll have to recycle your tank again. And then where are your fish going to go? Unless you leave them in a bowl with this water right here, which you have to keep changing it. But anyways, you could have a couple of tanks and let it be recycling right now. And then you can put them in there when you're going to change this one or whatever. You know, different things you can do. Hobbyists know. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. You know, if you have critically ill loved ones, critically ill close people that you know that there's hope until they're gone. And if they do go, there's hope later in the future, because they'll be sleeping, resting for that resurrection. If you've heard of that in the Bible, it's true. And then people don't believe it sometimes, but believe it, because the Creator, look at these fish floating around. They're breathing under there. Look at yourself. Your breath came from somebody, and you're not breathing on your own, believe me. If the Creator were to say, I don't want you to breathe anymore, you're going to die. So your breath comes from somebody. And so just know that when they wake up, they're going to be no more pain for them, because they're not going to wake up in this world. They're going to wake up after all the bad things, Armageddon, all those things have happened, and then we'll be in the new world. So that's when they'll wake up. And I was going to talk to you guys about something too, that you might think, well, everybody's going to die and everything like that. But a daily Bible reading will help you know that there are going to be survivors. If you look in Revelation, the last book of Revelation, it talks about a great crowd that no one could number. And it says, who are they? And it says they survived the great tribulation. So there is going to be a group, and it's going to be a great crowd, a large amount of people that will survive. And so keep doing your best. There's hope. So a lot of people are going to die, yes, because we're so imperfect, and illness and diseases are rampant. Right, like right now we got that virus. It's an epidemic, a pandemic. It's a very dangerous virus. We don't have it in our town. My daughter was saying, and I remember now. I kind of looked it up to make sure, because I don't want to be. But you still can. It can arrive here if you're not being careful. We don't know who has it and who doesn't. And so if you're not being cautious and you go outside, fooling around, not taking precautions, then you could possibly spread it. But they're keeping a monitor on it. But you never know when there could be a case. But anyways, I know it's in California, but in our city, we don't have it yet. But we're staying careful. So, they're recommending large groups not to meet. So that way you don't spread it or get it or cause more spread than they're trying to contain it. So just be careful out there. Get your supplies. Stay in as much as possible if you can. And I know people do have to go out, and the world's running by people out there. We got so much technology now, though, where you don't have to run everything out person to person. So they're trying to get it to where it's less person to person. They do have homeschool, different things like that. And we've always been an advocate of homeschool anyways, because of the corruption, all kinds of stuff going on in them schools, believe me. And the sicknesses, because, the kids have been sick, and they want to make sure you're in school. And if you're sick, they're like, where's your proof? And, you can get in big trouble if you don't have your proof. And a person could really be sick. Most of the time they are. They're not going to just keep kids home. But anyways, some people are more sick than others. I barely move my hand, and they get kind of nervous, the fish. They're really jittery sometimes because they see movement, really quick movement. So they tell you not to move too quick. I didn't do that on purpose. But, yeah, they ate all that fish food down there. They got a few little morsels down there left, but there was a bunch down there. Just floats down there. I'm going to clean it out and be a lot more clear. It just looks foggy right now because I've been giving them the peas, and that leaves a residue on in the water. So anyways, if you want a soothing and you're sad and you're lonely or you're feeling down, you can get a garden and grow inside because it's wintertime still. You can get, I'm growing some bell peppers too, and I'm thinking about, other things, because if things like this happen often or you can't go and get other things, then you might want to grow things inside too so you can have food. And then a fish tank. It's a soothing thing. It kind of mellows you, and you can meditate. And definitely read the Bible daily. That's your hope. That's your story. That's telling you what's going to happen in the future and how you can survive it. So it's a good thing if you want to know. If you don't want to know, then that's up to you. But it's a very important part of life. Look at how beautiful they are. Just look. And I just wonder what color they're going to develop into later on, because they're still growing, And we got to get a big, gigantic, I don't know, probably a wall tank, because they're going to get big. I kind of wanted a pond, but that takes a lot of doing. But I'll see. I don't know. You're going to be happy, though, guys. I'm going to make sure you are, okay? Don't worry. Even if you each have to have one to yourself, that's still going to be not enough, I don't think. But they've got better prices now for the tanks and everything, and I might even make me one. Who knows? They've got this glass. They've got everything that you could make it with. Make an unusual, beautiful tank. I'm one of those people that would do it. Oh, they're nibbling on the back of my hand. It just feels weird. Hi, cutie. Hi, Coral. There's a piece. There you go. They might even be saying hello. They know the food is not back there. Unless they just think that that's it. But they've been eating out of my hands for a while. But you never know. They might be saying hello. Because we don't know the creation the way that we should. Anyways, be safe out there. Get your supplies. Like some toilet paper. What else? Water. Definitely. We have, you could even get those things where you can put the water through the filter, but maybe something's going to happen to the water. Who knows? So get the bottles. You know, just be prepared. Like if there's an earthquake or natural disaster, continue to be prepared all the time. So that way you can keep your family safe in case we have to be, who knows what's going to happen right now, but they're trying to contain it. And we're thankful that people are out there that have skills and knowledge to keep the people safe, and they're teaching people early, you know, so it doesn't get out of hand. They could have just left it alone, kept it a secret, and said, oh, somebody's sick, you know, we don't know what's going on. But they're telling us, you know, what it is and how you can be safe. And you have to do your part. You have to do your part. But for the end of this video, to my bro, he's a middle brother. I'm in the middle. We're the two in the middle, and we both have asthma. So I know how hard it is to breathe and that he's having a hard time. And I hope and I pray that he gets better. But, you know, nothing's promised. Unforeseen occurrences do befall us all. And, you know, I just hope he gets better. If he doesn't, there's that beautiful resurrection, too, that will end all things, you know, in the new world. But there goes. Is that Steve? Yep, that's Steve. He done saved a piece for Coral. Isn't that nice? But, you know, we love you. And rest right now, and hopefully you'll recover, because people have been known to recover even in the strangest positions and conditions. But, you know, until the next video, guys, I think I put like 10 videos out yesterday. I didn't realize it was going to be that many. I should have probably waited to put some out, but I just, you know, I wanted to do them yesterday, and I enjoyed it. I want to make sure everybody has something good to watch, a variety of things that I don't know what everybody likes, because well, there's a couple of things that people told me. Now, I'm going to mention this, okay? There's a couple of things that people have mentioned that they like to watch, but I don't want them getting weird on me. Just make sure you keep it to where it's serious concern and inquiry, because I will stop doing those videos if it gets weird. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate people being concerned about certain things, and they know who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. So, you know, I'm on here to help people get educated on different things, you know. So, you know, I'm there to help. And I just like I said, you know, let me know what you want videos you like to see or whatever. But just don't have any kind of weird thing behind it, because you know, I don't appreciate that, first of all. But I don't, you know, I'm hoping that it's not. I'm just mentioning it because the conversation was getting a little strange to me. But they're done, guys. I gave them, ooh, no, there's more. I haven't sat here and fed them the whole thing in a while, you know, because usually they don't eat that down there that quick. But I'm just going to give them all, because, you know, actually let me see how many more. There's quite a few. I don't think I'm going to give them all that. They're still eating, though. Like they're enjoying it. You don't want to overfeed them, you know. But there's 3 big fish. The third one, she's not as big, but growing. If you look back at if you look at fish tank videos, you will see how big they've gotten. Look at them acting like they're starving. You guys better cut that out. But I want them to eat well because they act like they're so hungry in the morning, like they're starving. And I know goldfish do that, but I just want to make sure they're having enough. I don't like it when anything's hungry. And that's another thing, you know, the new world, we won't worry about food because there are people that don't have enough food. As I speak right now, they don't have enough. You know, and a lot of people have been there. You know, we've been there where, you know, you have a little amount of food, but we always had enough, you know. But there's people literally that have, I know I heard somebody give an experience because they went in another country and the person literally had a potato because they ate with them. You know, that's all, you know, how like right now a lot of the supplies are going. We never know when our situation is going to turn into somebody else's situation in another world because they had one potato a day to eat. That's a lot of starch and everything, and it keeps you full or whatever. But one potato for every day, one, not for dinner and lunch and breakfast, but for the whole day. That's all you get. You know, people still had to go out and work, daily chores and everything that takes your energy. But that's all they had, you know, in that town. So, you know, cherish it. Cherish what you've got. Cherish your life. Take the best care of it because the person that gave it to us, the creator gave it to us, he's a beautiful creator for even making us. But he expects us to take good care of ourselves because he gave us a gift, and the gift of life is what he gave us. Even though these bad things are happening right now, he's going to make it better for us. So live your best, okay? So you can be happy and leave a good name for yourselves. And let's see, did we give them all? Yeah, they've got all of it, guys. So until the next video, and they will eat all of that. Believe that. I'm literally going to pause it so I can show you that that's going to be gone. I'm going to go do a couple things, go put my creamer in my coffee, and do a couple other things. I already vacuumed the carpet. Rosalind swept. We got to do rooms today, clean up. We're going to try and keep the house tidy. You never know what's going to happen. So, anyways, I'm going to come back and show you guys that it'll be gone. See how much is there now? So you don't think I'm wasting. Okay, see? It's all gone. They got it all. And no, I didn't get it with the siphon because we still got the water and the stuff down there. They ate it. Ate it all up. So they don't waste. They always eat all their food. I think a couple times they didn't eat it all, but just siphoned it up. But they ate this.